What up, everybody? Go fuck yourself. It's your commish with that ish. Fuck it. It's the week 1 of the WAC versus Stack matchup, and a couple of teams from the WAC stepped up and said, shut the fuck up, you bitch ass commissioner, with all that bullshit shit talking you doing. And the teams went 3-3 this week. That's right. It was an even split right down the middle between the WAC and Stack matchups. We'll start our week with a little Dridge versus Moylan here. Okay, let's go take a look real quick. And holy shit, Dridgebot activates for the high score of the season so far, logging a historic 89-point ass whooping on Moylan. His season's just not looking good, and we'll see if this is an aberration from Dridge. Versus Campbell. Campbell rights the ship against his WAC matchup this week with McGarty for his first win in their 5th matchup in the history of these franchises, and it was a big 142.1 to 91.4. But there's more heartbreak coming for the Gingers this week as we go over to Ryan versus Mark. Ryan was 1-2 coming in against me, and the matchup of the last 2 champions of the league results in a big win for me, safely keeping me in the division lead in the Stack Conference. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the second GFY clean Ginger sweep of the season. Going on down here to Shu versus Breen. Shu has a big statement win over Breen's team after they were hot off a big win. Maybe a little hangover this week. As we could see, Chris Thompson was in the lineup. He didn't end up playing. Not sure if there was many options for him anyway. It's just a tough loss, big one. And then finally, another huge win for John. I'm talking big points on both sides here, but John takes the W, takes control of the WAC by way of points scored. His historic run here just continues. We'll go over here to the standings just to take a look. I'm not lying. Mealy's really sitting here on top. We can see the playoff picture here. It's going to be the top 3 teams from each division. Now, that's just a coincidence here, guys. It just so happens that Campbell breaks the tiebreaker here with his 3-3 record. There's no other, all the other 3-3 teams here also eligible for that playoff spot. But Campbell's 891.2 scoring is the most in the league by far, and his 3-3 is going to be pretty solid. We could see here with the rest of the scoring in the league, it's pretty tight down here in the WAC conference. A couple of the scores have come up. They're starting to rival the other playoff potential teams from the Stack conference, and as long as the scoring comes up, Dridge here, he's not even in the playoff picture at the moment, but if he draws even to these guys, he's got a big advantage with just his scoring alone. Now we're going to go ahead and go forward looking at the power rankings, where we will start to emphasize this upcoming playoff hunt. With the regular season ending in only 7 weeks, we've got 6 in the rear view behind us. I reclaim the top spot here this week, so what fuck you fight me about? John makes a mad dash for the 2 spot along with the division lead. Campbell gets a bump in the ranks like I talked about. His W this week and his big scores back up his devastating ability that we might see in this playoff. Shu and Pat from the WAC round out the teams in the playoff picture, and we got Ryan, Beatro, Greg, Dridge still in the hunt. And don't just watch out, guys, for that. Don't step on that shit down there at the bottom of the rankings. Both of those guys, let's just not even talk about them anymore. It's kind of sad. I will now leave you this week with the crayon eating moment of the week, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Moment of the week, brought to you by the Marines.